Hi there, Sign of Virgo. This is Kim here to do a reading for you, and this reading is going to be timeless. So whenever you receive it and whenever you feel like the messages resonate for you is really when you're supposed to see it. So let's get this going, Virgo. Asking that your spirit guides and your angels join us as we get messages for you, for your desired timeline, for what will make you happy. Affirmations. I'm going to start with affirmation. Specific to you. I feel, Virgo, specific to you. Divine order. I'm in the right place at the right time. And everything is in divine order. Even then, whew, sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but I understand. That's why these come out, right? Passion, power, purpose. I give thanks for knowing my passion, my power, and my purpose in life. Passion, power, purpose. I give thanks for knowing my passion, my power, and my purpose in life. Ooh. I create synchronicity. I have a consciousness that is always benevolently predisposed, and I pull towards me the synchronicity I require. And I love that affirmation. Say that. I create synchronicity. I have a consciousness that is always benevolently predisposed. I pull towards me the synchronicity I require. It's almost like what I consider their higher self's version of luck. Pulling synchronistic events and people towards you as part of what you need. Giving you what you need. I'm going to pull from, this is the Epiphany blended with the Sacred Signs and Symbols deck. So we're pulling from this. These are from Etsy. Both of these were from Etsy. Let's see what we've got for you, Virgo. I have this soul bond is sacred. I have clouds, fog, a haze, or confusion. Then I have devotion. I feel the confusion. Devotion, hopelessly devoted to you. And then, of course, passion, desire, still alive. I feel that. I feel like it's a massive confusion. And I feel that with you. Some things do not feel like they're lining up when they truly are. So let's get some more of these cards. I feel like these cards are kind of bringing us out to the meaning of this reading, or closer to it. Healing from heartbreak. No matter what you're going through, heart is healing. Spiritual work and self-discovery coming near the clouds. So what if we're coming out of a fog, haze, or confusion due to some of the choices that we were making? Spiritual work, self-discovery. Paintbrushes, creative inspiration, passion, devotion, hopelessly devoted to you is coming out with avocado, smoothing over, butter up, or consistency. Paintbrushes, creative inspiration, and passion. Okay, so we're going to pull one at the end, too. One from Kryon's deck. Okay, so, you know what? Let's move this over here. As pretty as these are, I like having my right side here to use. So there we go. I I still am offering the readings for donations. Just make sure if you use Cash App, really, or PayPal, that you email me and let me know where to send your reading to you. And that takes about 24 hours to get those back. But I appreciate the people who have donated. I appreciate all the loving energy that I'm getting back from that. All right, so that's the rest of this, Virgo. Let's see what we've got. This is the Oppositions Tarot. So there is, well, just an example, there's a card that will look like this. There will be one half of it that has like Two of Swords. We'll have this half where there's obviously a decision that wouldn't matter if it was made at this point or not. And then we have right here this peaceful resolution type energy. So they're different though. They don't always match up to me with what the tarot classically says. So I'll be doing this intuitively with you. What is the, what's the issue here? What is the issue for Virgo? What's the issue? I have Three of Cups in the reverse with the Page of Cups upright. So there's a situation in where, okay, there's a few things. It could have been some sort of overdoing it, maybe over partying, drinking, something, right? Unhealthy relationship with whatever it is you're putting in your body, because it's leading to unhealthy Empress-like energy. And the Seven of Cups here is just further cementing that's exactly probably what it's about, is either overdoing it or being just really influenced in not so great way. You may have felt like there was something really not hopeful about this situation. Possibly it might be about turning things around with the Empress energy that is starting to see things clearer. But when we're in this energy, there's a tendency to put a lot of focus on whoever's going through it, or, you know, if this is you, then putting focus on you, because that is what needs to be mended. So I'm going to say that something has got to be attached to this overdone or overdoing it, and whether it was a friend or it was some kind of like got too drunk, did too many drugs. I don't know. It's something, it feels like something like that. It could also be a toxic relationship, feeling just toxic, and every time you consume it, it gets you sick or makes everything else unhealthy in your life. So I know those are pretty big messages for you, like right off the bat, but that's what I'm getting. And I don't really want to sugarcoat something if there's no sugar to coat it. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let me say that these cards have a huge potential to turn everything around. The potential and the contrast would be absolutely amazing with these cards. Because we would be going from something that's very unhealthy to something wide-eyed and, okay, now I know what's going on. And this might be the card of sobering up. You see how his eyes are real open? It's like the cup is spilt. The demons are kind of clawing at him because he can see, you know, these things that we'd been doing to ourselves. Maybe we had been either passed out or just weren't awake to see. Or our head was just so far in the clouds here that it was creating a fog or confusion, something that just didn't look hopeful at all. I'm thinking that this is going to be hopeful. That's probably why, I mean, usually that would be why it would show up in this reading. Virgo, let's see what else we have. Kind of a hard reading to do because it feels like a lot of stuff to be going through. Okay, so disappointment or sadness, maybe regret on either the mother's behalf or That's what it feels like. Or like the relationship between you and your project. Something that just kind of went sour or unhealthy. We have to stop clinging to the past by judging. So I do think the judging part is being released. And the fact that somebody wasn't as dependable as we wanted them to is probably what's coming out here with the Knight of Wands. So it's somebody that had been in and out of your life quite a bit. The actions were careless and caused careless things to happen, wild or immature decisions. But we're releasing that. We're using the 2 cups that we had, and we're putting flowers in it, which, by the way, has a death rebirth cycle, very, very apparent in its metaphor. So there could be something that has completely ended, that it will come back completely new, completely different, changed. Hopeful. I am hopeful, actually, in this. You got a lot of water. A lot of water. All right, so it could feel very, very, very emotional right now. All right, what is the present moment? Yeah, we're mending things, and we're on the up and up when it comes to a family situation. Feeling like the truth is coming in regarding a family situation. The truth, I'm getting the truth from the Justice card. It's on the bottom. It was kind of like this with the 6 of Cups. It's a good card. I mean, if these are family issues, there's definitely a truth coming out. If it's soulmate issue, it can also be family that's considered family, you know, like the 3 of Cups. So somebody overdid it, and that truth is coming out. Maybe having to deal with some kind of justice issues or with the court system in some ways. Somebody might have been sneaking around, because I have the 7 of Swords energy here on the bottom. Sometimes that's like sneaking around, trying to hide what they're doing because of this feeling and not really being able to, well, feeling like they could not control something. This, like I said, this energy could be you. So we are all waiting on news, it feels like. Somebody's being asked with this Queen of Wands to be bold, to be brave, to be daring, to set out on a journey, or somebody is being asked to go back and straighten up what you messed up. As gingerly as I can say that. Somebody may have really messed up and maybe waiting on news to see how they're doing. Could be a civil court issue too going on with this Justice and this 6 of Cups and this Empress down here. How do you feel? How do you feel? I don't think you know exactly how you feel. Not yet. There's a little bit of shock. A little bit of things still, like all is not revealed completely, but it's getting there. It's getting there. It could be shock of what was revealed to you, or maybe not shock necessarily, maybe revealing some issues so that someone can get some help with it, right? Could be that too. The Moon energy, Piscean energy. You got a lot of, I'll say just Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You got a lot of that type of energy. You also have Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. You really don't have much more except for Libra and Pisces here and the Empress. So I'm going to say, yeah, you don't really know how to feel. I know that we're not feeling super comfortable here intuitively, because like I say in the beginning, the challenge is the outlook, being able to see this as something hopeful that can be made over or not. I mean, so you take it as it resonates. in your environment, well, I have strength in the right position as far as like what's going to get you ahead. I feel like this is right here. So there's something still happening in regards to this person overdoing it, or due to over, you know, it's like, it's almost like it could be overindulgence too. It could be overspending. It doesn't necessarily have to be what you put in your body, but there is something emotionally off balanced with all of these cups here. There's somebody that's waiting to prove to others that yes, they are serious, and they have been serious, and they're trying their best. Okay, so that might be something too. The strength is the confidence to overcome it, and it's going to be time that allows us to see whether or not this Knight of Cups is for real. You know what I mean? If it's genuine or not. I'll say this. I think it is. I think the intention is here. Somebody could have had a justice issue when it comes to drinking and driving. It can be something like that. Or something regarding driving and altering or hindering someone's mobility. What is the hopes or fears here? I have the Temperance. And it's the direction I would like to see it in. This is, well, these are very inspirational angels and spirit team. Coming in to make happen what you thought was going to be impossible. If you thought that this group or whoever the 3 is representing here couldn't get along or were having troubles getting along, like different groups, then they will. And that will be part of this miracle. That will be part of this miracle. Making the impossible possible. Wow, Virgo. Okay, so sorry for the heaviness of the message. It is what it is, though, and it looks like it's getting some tweaking from your angels, like quantumly, like things are going to be turning on the outside to fix things here. Look, you see, you got the Magician for the outcome. There's your outcome card and the 2 of Cups. And I'm seeing this as like a healing, like almost like medical healing of a partnership. There's the Sun. It's a brand new start. Shining the light, divine guidance. This reading just turned around. It did like a 180 on me. This reading completely flipped the script, because here we have the outcome as being one of the most magnificent and beautiful outcomes I've seen in a long time. Yeah, let me hold this up. And that's nice too. The 8 of Swords in the reverse is freeing your mind from a situation. Oh, we're not worrying about a situation as much as we were. Look at this. So Temperance here with the hope, right? And then I've got the Magician, the 2 of Cups, the Sun as your outcome, and the Temperance as part of this equation. Oh my goodness. It's you're going to be able to create whatever you want. If there was a partnership that looked like it didn't have much hope, I'm telling you, the hope is back. The hope is back. I mean, flip the script. What a flip the script reading. So hang in there. I hope you hang in there, because if you clicked off, you might be like pleasantly surprised if you would have stayed. Wow. Okay. Let's get another card to close these out. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. put me in a different mood. Like, for real, anything's possible. Everything going better than planned is pretty much the message for that. Good partnerships, healthy partnerships. It's a healthy 3 of Cups. Oh, man. Jeez. Arrow. Direction is yours to choose today. Your inner light will guide the way. Play was at the bottom. There might be a need to insert some more play into your life. Ooh. Breathe. Sometimes we do hold our breath whenever something's serious or whenever emotions get really high, which I could see is probably happening in this reading. So breathe. Taking a few deep breaths and accepting that sometimes things don't make much sense, but soon enough, everyone will come to their senses and see things for what they are. And see things for what they are. And weariness. No one has your best interest at heart. Others have their own agendas. Okay. Signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself soon, and any doubts or confusions soon disappear. Travel, long distance communication will open up in your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. All right, and then a Kryon. Get a Kryon card for Virgo. Okay, recalibration of self, higher self, and pleasing God. Okay. Okay, so pleasing God says, God is the creative source of the universe, and you are part of this God. Therefore, to quote, please God is to love yourself enough to be part of the wholeness of God. Can God be pleased? Kryon has actually told us that God does not have a human personality or anything close to it. The major belief systems of the planet, however, have mostly humanized God. So for most spiritual systems, God is pleased or not pleased, and the result is often the idea of punishment or redemption. Humans have made God into themselves. God does not think like a human. The creator of the universe does not have dysfunctional attributes of the human consciousness. God is pure love. Therefore, can God be pleased? Well, the answer is a little different from what you would think. The precious infant may not have the language yet or developed consciousness yet. It has no concept of pleasing or not pleasing mom. It has a brain that has no intellect yet, and yet it is pristine and it just arrived on earth. That infant melts the heart of mom when it smiles and reaches out for the arms of a compassionate, loving mother. Together they meld into a communication that is universal. There is nothing like it. Love is always the answer, for it surpasses any intellectual thinking, even the most brilliant humans alive. It is the closest thing to the essence of the Creator, and it is flawless, pure, and magnificent. Get the picture? Pleasing God is to embrace and become as close as you can to enjoying the love of the wholeness of God, and it is inside you. Right, and then I have higher self. Getting into touch with your higher self will create balance within you and also help you with others. The higher self is the key. There is a benevolent system that loves you and sees you as your children. How can getting in touch with your higher self also help you help others? To some, this is a puzzle. Again, Kryon tells me that humans think in such a linear fashion that we put everything into a box, no matter what it is. The higher self is an extremely divine and personal part of each human being. The part that we say touches the Creator. Some people see it as God inside part, or the part of your soul that has one foot on the other side of the veil. What is hiding, however, is how our relationship to the higher self might profoundly change us personally. When humans go to worship, do they think, I am going to worship today to get in touch with myself and help those around me? Normally not. Perhaps they instead go to accomplish something as dictated by their culture, or perhaps they think God somehow expects it, or that there will be consequences if they don't. It's a God in a box scenario. It's just a linear action that does not come close to the magnificence of God or human beings, too. They just report it to the building. Getting in touch with higher self is cementing the relationship with the energy of the Creator. Okay, and then there are no rules here on how to show your love. Recalibration of self is the last one. And then I'm going to let you go. Recalibration of self. The recalibration of self begins with the understanding that darkness has no power over you anymore. It will retreat from you instead of attacking you. If you fear anything, darkness has won, and that is the balance we speak of. And that was Kryon. It says, if you're thinking this card isn't for me, darkness has no power in my life, I'm a good, balanced person, then what we don't realize is we actually promote fear in our lives all the time. It's a habit of our culture. It's in so many simple things we don't realize we're doing it. It's most prevalent in what we expect and what we say when we're disappointed. It's in the words we speak to ourselves. Fear wins every time we expect the worst or when we feel that we are a victim of circumstances. Do you realize that you are embracing fear when you use the expression, I knew that would happen, when you are disappointed, or what, again, when a repeated disappointment takes place? Basically, fear won out on both cases. So think about it. It's a habit from old energy of the past. What comes out of your mouth on a regular basis? Is it what you heard your parents say? And many times it is. The new paradigm for the light worker is in the very name, light worker. It's time to recalibrate yourself and what you expect in life, because the light-dark balance around you is changing. And when there is uncertainty, do you always affirm to expect the best? When you are stressing over an upcoming situation, do you practice seeing a benevolent outcome? Recalibration of self is a full awareness of the fact that we are different today due to planetary change and shift. The words we say actually create light, and they can also there be used for darkness. It is to set the stage for benevolent things, and then fear won't have a chance. And best of all, your children will hear it, and you will start the beginning of what they will say and what their children say. It will help recalibrate the light and dark for generations to come. And that is the profound message of Kryon. Thanks so much, guys. Sending Virgo much love and light. Have a great next few days or whenever this reading got to you. Bye.